Hello everyone and welcome back to Python Codex. Today we are going to be learning on how to create a calculator using JavaScript and HTML. So we're going to be creating a calculator using JavaScript and HTML, but basically we should be able to style it at the end of this video with CSS. So let's go on with this. So firstly, what do we need is we need to create a frame for whatever we're going to be doing. Firstly, you have to think of the frames of every layout of what you're building, whatever element you're building for. So to me, I'll create a div which is going to act as my frame over here. So in this div, I will have firstly my input element, and inside my input element I will make this input element disabled. So I want a value of 0 inside this, and I want it to have an ID of display bar. So it's where it's going to be displaying most of whatever we're going to be doing, what we're calculating, and everything is going to be displaying right on that bar. So what else we need? So we're going to be creating an order div, which is another frame for the buttons. So to me, I'm going to be having each buttons. So I'll have so let's have 0 set. Kind of, let's say, to just make it easy, to make it really easy. So let's just go. Let's just copy and paste. So we should have at least 0 to 9. So that's 10 buttons. Then plus, minus, division, and times sign, that is 13. So this is 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, 8. So this is actually 5. Okay, so this is 13. So let's just continue right there. So do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, then a plus sign, then a minus sign, then a division sign, then we can actually have a multiplication, then there's a multiplication sign. So what we're now going to be doing here is that there is a mini program on our HTML. We call it an attribute. So right here, this attribute, you can call it style. So this style is CSS automatically. So we will talk about CSS styles, but firstly, let's just show how we do this. So grid. So the grid template should have, let's make it massively, each button should be 50 pixel. So 50 pixel. Or let's just call them, they should have one frame rate, sorry. Then one frame rate, another one frame rate. So let's give this one another style. Then the style is that the width should be 400 pixel, and then that everything that is right here, their width should be, we'll talk about this in the CSS programs, then the width should be 100 percent. So let's see what it looks like right here. Let's open our browser. Okay, so we have this over here. Okay, yeah, we're forgetting something, the equal sign. So let's do this too for the equal sign. So let's make this one an equal sign. So okay, so now what we're going to do here now is we can style this as much as so we are going to be styling it very well with CSS. So what we're just doing here is just small styling. We're not styling very well, so when we style, you will always see the way the styling is. So our job is done here on the, so right here we cannot change anything here because it is disabled, so nothing can be changed over there. So now let's go to this, which is our JavaScript. So let's create a function, and the function is let's name it input value, or let's call it input value. So the input value, let's give it a message, or let's give it a user to call it var. So let's proceed. So if you remember, we created an ID for this input, which is display bar. So let's firstly call that let's call that input. So we call it the input bar. The input bar is equal to document. It's equal to document that gets element by ID input bar. So this is for number one. Okay. So now what are we going to be doing here is input bar. Then what we need to know is that this input bar has its own value. So that is the value I changed over here. When I said it should have a value called 0. If I change that to the value of 9, it will have the value of 9. So if you come over here, the value will change to 9. So that's just all that matters. It's just changing of the values, adding whatever you want. So right here we're going to say the input bar dot it value, then dot it value, value it's equal to val. So let's do this right now. So let's come back to this place. Let's create something called onClick. So that onClick it's input val 0. So we're going to recreate this again and just do the way we used to do. Copy and paste. Let's copy and paste, and then let's come over here again. Copy and paste. Come over here again. Copy and paste. Then we should copy and paste again. Copy and paste. So we do that. I would have paused this video and then do it at your back, but I want you all to, always be in touch with step to step on how we're doing everything. That's just the main reason why. So just going to pause this and come back over here, then pause this and then paste. Now you just gotta change the values. This one is asterisk, this one is division line, sorry, then this one is a plus sign, this one is 9, this one is 8, this one is 7, this one is 6, this one is 5, this is 4, this one is 3, this one is 2, this one is 1. So let's save this and let's go test it up. So whenever we click anything, it doesn't seem like it's working yet. So what do you think we need to do over here is that we need to call this disabled to be false. For now, it should not be disabled. So let's do it again. So still having the same set of error. Okay, let's check what our error is. So check. Okay, can't set the property of a known. So we call this disabled. Okay, that means we are having an issue calling this property. Let's see. Did we get the name wrong? It's display bar. Oh, we got a name wrong. It is display bar. It's display bar. So that's the only reason why. Could possibly. So you see this, the figures are changing, the numbers are changing. The more we click, the more the numbers are changing. So even on this, we can put this one to. We can, after it sets the value, it should then return back to disable. Sorry, I didn't copy that. So let's copy that. Let's paste that over here. So now here's what the thing is like, let's put this one to be adding. So then after you're done, return that back to disabled. So then let's come back here to the, so now 3, 6, okay, 9. Okay, so let's come back here. Let's initiate this one to be cancelled. And secondly is that let's remove this value away from it. let's remove the value. Or before, let's do this way. Okay, let's just remove the value. Just remove the value, should have nothing involved. Till 364 plus 41 and so on and so forth. So you can see this is rightfully inside our display bar. So let's cancel this, and then now if you click the word equal to, it's just displaying equal to, nothing is dividing, nothing is removing, so that's just a problem. So now the thing we're not going to do is this. We are going to cancel this and click away from it. So we're going to come back here. We're going to create another function called function calculate. So the function is to calculate. So in this function, what are we going to be doing? Now we're going to import the input bar. Then we're going to calculate the value of that input bar by using the word evaluate. Then this. So let's come back here. I said calculate. Let's give it let's call the function here. So let's come back here. So let's set 4 plus 7. Yep, still haven't, I think we didn't remember to save this. So let's save this up. Let's save this also. So, and the moment it saves this, let's give this a variable. Let's call this constant answer is equal to this. Then let's say the input bar dot value it's equal to the answer. So let's come back to this, and now let's 9 plus 7 is equal to 16. Then let's say 16 plus 78 is equal to 94. So let's create another function. Let's create another button right over here. So let's create another button. So what did the button do? The button is just to erase, just erase everything off. Like, let's call it clear input. Should just be like, just clear input. So clear the inputs. So we have now created a function. So let's come over here and create a function. So the function clear input. The function clear input should be input bar dot value is equal to quotation. So then come over here back. That's 96 plus 77 46 is equal to then this clef 99 plus 7 is equal to this, then clef again. So you see we have created a responsive calculator. So later, maybe in the next video, we'll style it and then proceed with the rest, and then add more functions to it.